In the few scenes that featured Brendan and Seraphina Harrigan in the early episodes of MobLand, Brendan attempted to convince his financially successful half-sister to join him on a surefire scheme that would allegedly be extremely profitable for both of them as well as give the Harrigans a way to launder their money. In episode 6, Brendan's plan eventually came to fruition when it was disclosed that he had a contact attempting to sell some Mozambican rubies for significantly less than the going rate. Seraphina consents to meet with his contact in order to gauge the situation in an effort to win over the Harrigans as a whole. At least until a small army of gunmen attacks the warehouse where the deal is being conducted, it looks like the deal is on the rise. Both Seraphina and Brendan are encircled by assailants after they have massacred everyone, including Seraphina's own team of skilled security guards. Although neither Brendan's nor Seraphina's final fates are disclosed, it seems reasonable to presume that the gunmen were captured. It doesn't seem likely that their deaths would occur off-screen or so fast, particularly if Richie was responsible for the assault. Maeve sees an opportunity and practically tells Conrad about it once the Harrigans understand that Brendan and Seraphina are far from the relative protection of the manor at the Cotswolds. She informs her cherished grandson, and occasionally henchman, Eddie of her next course of action after characterizing Brendan and Seraphina as weak links that she wouldn't mind losing. With Eddie present, she calls Richie Stevenson directly and gives him the address of Seraphina and Brendan in Antwerp, with the stipulation that he is not allowed to hurt Brendan, but is free to do as he pleases with Seraphina. Since the cartels have active cells all over the world and could reach the errant Harrigans more quickly than he could, Richie calls the Mexicans right away, thus outsourcing the hit and kidnapping of Brendan and Seraphina to them. Earlier in the episode, it is mentioned that Jamie Lopez, who allegedly supplies Richie with half the fentanyl in the world and despises Conrad Harrigan for an offense committed against his now-deceased father 30 years ago. In reference to the well-known chess tactic, Maeve refers to her call as a calculated risk and even calls it her Queen's Gambit. Despite being the firstborn son of Maeve and Conrad, Brendan is seen negatively by the Harrigans because of his history of bad business dealings that have cost them millions of dollars over the years. In addition, he appears to be less bright and a coward, which is undoubtedly why Maeve calls him the family's weakest member. Brendan viewed the ruby deal as a means of restoring the family's favor and giving them quick cash at a time when they might soon need it. Seraphina, being only half Harrigan, accompanied Brendan for basically the same reason, to establish her value within the organization. Although her father still loves her, Maeve despises her, which is understandable considering that she is a living, breathing reminder of Conrad's repeated infidelity. Closing the ruby deal would not make Maeve like her, but it would establish her as a valuable member of the family, so that everyone except her father would value her intelligence and savvy. Thanks for watching. For more updates stay tuned and don't forget to like and share and subscribe to my channel please.